So here I chose fairness because as our core value, because I believe that the students should know how to be fair. Whatever they divided or in two parties, you have to be fair enough for them, no? No unfairness and maltreating each other. So topic is ratio. Our objectives A and B. A, convert the ratio in the simplest form, and B, solve problems involving ratio. Okay. Concept note number 5, entitled ratio. So suppose, before we start, suppose uh, our praise is 1 is to 3. 1 is to 3. So how will you write this 1 is to 3 in a ratio, no? So if you are thinking how, so these may be your answer, no? These are the possible answers. So we have 1 is to 3 with separating by the colon, and 1 divided by 3, no? Or 1 over 3. So these are the possible answers in writing this 1 is to 3 statement. So all are the same value, but I prefer this. Now, 1 is to 3 with the semicolon or colon. So take note that the numerator is the antecedent. The numerator is called antecedent. So here, the numerator or antecedent is 1, and our consequent denominator is 3. So all the denominators are called consequent. Next, let's go to our supplementary exercise number 1. So example number 1, suppose we have 6 inches to 2 feet. And example number 2, 10 weeks to a year. So express each of the following as a ratio in a simplest form. Okay, so 6 inches to 2 feet in example number 1. So in this problem, we have different units, the inches and the feet. So you have to choose whether you like inches or feet. So here, I will choose inches. So remember, 1 foot is equal to 12 inch. So since 1 foot to 12 inches, therefore our given 6 inches is equal to 2 feet will become 6 inches is to 24 inches. So we have 6 and 24 inches. So simplifying them both by dividing the greatest common factor, 6. 6 divided by 6, 1. 24 divided by 6, 4. So therefore, our ratio will be 1 is to 4. So 6 inches to 2 feet, the ratio will be 1 is to 4 in terms of inches. So you may use in terms of feet if you would like to use feet. But I chose here inches. 1 is to 4. Okay, clear. Example number 2, 10 weeks to a year. So here we have weeks and also a year. So, but I chose week, no? So remember, in a year, we have 52 weeks. Therefore, the given 10 weeks is to 1 year will become 10 weeks is to 52 weeks. Because in 1 year, it is a composed of 52 weeks. So we have 10 and 52. Simplifying them by dividing the greatest common factor, we will have 5 is to 26. Sir, anong pinang-divide? I chose the greatest common factor by 2, no? We can divide the 10 weeks by 10. But 52 cannot be divided by 10 because there will be a remainder. So 5. 5 divided by 10, 2. 52 divided by 10 cannot be because there is also a remainder. So I choose 2 to divide the each. 10 divided by 2, 5. 52 divided by 2, 26. So therefore, our ratio will be 5 is to 26 since 10 weeks to a year. So clear. Supplementary exercise number 2, separate the following numbers in the given ratios. Example, suppose we have 90 in example number 1, and you will separate 90 in the ratio of 1:2. Example number 2, 42 as a whole number, divide this 42 into 2:5. So let's go to example number 1. To know this, just look for the base, 90. And our ratio is 1:2. So in this problem, it seems that 1 unit there will be 1 unit in the first and 2 unit in the second. So all in all, there must be 3 units in every time the two amounts are taken out. So 3 units are taken out when the two amounts are taken out. So 90 turn into 1:2 ratio will be, let x be the number of units in the antecedent. So 2x be the numbers of units in the consequent. So why x and 2x? Because we have 1:2. So 1 or simply x and 2x or simply 2. 1:2, 2x is equals to x is to 2x. Okay, so let's assume that this will be our equation, no? 1:2 or simply x plus 2x is equal to 90. This is our equation number 1. And by following the APE, addition property of equality, add all the similar terms, x and 2x. So therefore, we have 3x equals, copy the next side, 90, and proceed. X is equal to 30 if we follow the MPE, multiplication property of equality, wherein we multiply the both side by 1/3. Or in simplest form, divide both side by 3. No? So 3x divided by 3, x. 90 divided by 3, 30. If that is the value of our x, let's go back to our given. No? X is the number of units in the antecedent, and 2x is the number of units in the consequent. So therefore, our antecedent will be the value of x, 30. 30 units in the antecedent, and 2x, so simply 2 times 30, that would be 60 units. So 60 units in the consequent. And therefore, our ratio will be 30:60. Why? I have a titig method, because the titig method is my term in a clue, no? Clue or the tricks, no? Just look at the base, 90. And our ratio is 1:2. So if you will think, you may see that it can be separate into 30 and 60. Why? Because 30 and 60 is equal to 90 when we add 30 and 60. So dapat 90 and 90 are the same, no? 30 plus 60, 90. And the simplest form of this ratio, 30:60, would be 1:2. So same lang. So that is my titig method. In your mind, no, you can this separate 90 into 1:2 ratio. So without question, let's go to example number 2. 42 as our base, and our ratio will be 2:5. So here, in this problem, 2 units in the first part, while 5 units in the second. Therefore, there must be 7 units every time two amounts are taken out. So let's simply assume that 2x will be the number of units in the antecedent, and 5x will be the number of units in the consequent, or the denominator rather. So 2x and 5x are simply came from 2:5. No more confusion about that. So our solution would be 2x plus 5x is equal to 42 as our new equation. By following the APE, addition property of equality, we have 7x by adding 2x plus 5x equals 42. Divide both sides by 7 or simply MPE, we will get x is equal to 6. Because 42 divided by 7 is 6. If that is the value of our x, then let's go back to our assuming 2x be the number of units in the antecedent will be 2 times 6 or simply 12. 12 units in the antecedent, and the denominator or the consequent 5x will be 5 times 6 or simply 30. So our new ratio will be 12 is to 30. So again, for the clue or the titig method, to check if your answer is correct, add 12 and 30. And it should be 42. Again, 12 plus 30 is 42. So therefore, our answer 12 is to 30 is correct. So no more question. Let's go to supplementary exercise number 3, wherein we will solve the given problem related to ratio. Find the ratio of Alfred's savings worth 56,400 pesos to Yvonne's savings of 40,000 pesos. So here we have Alfred and Yvonne's savings. So Alfred's savings given 56,400 pesos. And Yvonne's savings is 40,000 pesos. But the question is, what would be the ratio between Alfred's savings into Yvonne's savings? So by such given, let's go to the solution. I write 56,400 over 40,000 in comparing Yvonne's savings. And get the greatest common factor by divide, so that we can divide 56,400 and 40,000 to their greatest common factor, which I think 400. 56,400 divided by 400 is equal to 101. No? Kung hindi kayang i-mental, you may use your calculator. And 40,000 divided by 400 again will be 100. So if that is our quotient, therefore our new ratio will be 141 is to 100, because the Alfred savings is much greater than the Yvonne's savings. So therefore, the ratio will be 141 is to 100. Again, how did I come up with this? I divide 56,400 and 40,000 by 400, which is their greatest common factor. Okay, if you have no question, let's proceed to our activity number 1. So I will lend this to you. So your answer, matching type. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer this at below this lesson. Then choose your answer, then submit.